How's it going, everybody? I'm back with another Rurouni Kenshin Kyoto Disturbance episode reviews, episode 29, to Kyoto once more. Yeah, I know it has been literally months since I've covered this, and my policy is finish what you start. Well, that's the new policy. I know I got like 3 things I haven't finished in the past. We're going to ignore those. This is the start of a new. I got 2 episodes for you right now. Don't worry, you're going to get the rest. But I got 2 right now. I got others coming along the way. So, remember last time, I believe Kenshin fought Senkaku. And pretty much beat himself until he tried to do the human catapult thing. And speaking about catapults, I'm going to need you to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so be notified of more reviews just like this one. You thought I forgot, didn't you? And if you want to support me even further, that Patreon link is in the description below. Give it a click. I appreciate everything that you guys do. Even if you just watch and subscribe, and that's all you choose to do, I appreciate y'all. So, after the fight with Mr. Conehead, it's going to be the battle between Kenshin and Sojiro. You know, the boy ward of, not even his ward, is one of Shishio's boys. And if you go back and watch my other reviews, you know, at the end of these reviews, it's going to be a box right here, and there's going to be a box right here. The one right here is going to be the last review I did. If you click on that one, and if you go back to last season, I don't like Sojiro. I call him a certain word. It's a 5-letter word that rhymes with itch or pitch or Mitch. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. And that's not to say that he's a weak character or that he has what anime snobs call plot armor. It's just he is designed for you to not like him. At least for me. He's designed for me to not like him. This battle between Kenshin and Sojiro, because Shishio is not he's not convinced that Kenshin can fight him, because he's like, you know, this is my predecessor, my senpai. Honestly, I love translations are good, but he calls him his senpai. He's like, you can't really beat me the way you are right now, because if I'm recollecting right, Ryo Sosen, the technique he used to defeat Senkaku, the way he did it was like a knock up to his chin, knocking the guy out. The way that technique was used before, slices your throat. You're done. You're gone. It's over. Call your mother. Put him on a t-shirt. It's over. So, and the art. Oh goodness gracious! This phone likes to act up on me. The art for this, and I probably should have cut off some of these lights. Man, one day we're gonna work our way up. We're gonna get some editing, because I want y'all to see stuff like this clearly. Like the black and white shot of him speaking, very, very artful, very well done. It says in there, because I know these words are backwards when you watch it, like Sailor Moon is Noon Alas. Not a chance in hell you could defeat me like that. Which seems to be the consensus of everyone that comes from the Bakumatsu era. A lot of them are like, nah, man, we need the Hikitori. We need the Batosai. We need the Manslayer. Who is this Kenshin Himura guy? This is actually one of the things I really like about Kenshin, why he is one of my favorite characters. Why he is the archetype used for like a Tanjiro, or who else used? I know, I can't remember the name of Demon Slayer's mangaka, but him and someone else uses Kenshin as like a for lack of better words, like inspiration. I think Luffy is also the character, although I feel like Luffy is more inspired by Goku. It might be Midoriya from My Hero. I don't know. These are some of my favorite characters. I draw comparisons to them, but Kenshin's like, I'm not gonna kill no one. And outside of 2 times where he's like, he comes close to breaking that rule. First time was with Kuro It's the Kuromatsu, the other manslayer who's like, I can, with my sword aura, I can make your heart stop and you gonna die. He was about to do it to save Kaoru. And Kaoru was like, don't you kill nobody. And that stopped him. Now, another moment, it's going to come up later on in this season. In this season is one of the things that I remember very vividly from the original 98 anime. It's why the Kyoto arc is actually one of the best anime arcs, period. I just, no discussion, hands down. It's actually one of my favorite arcs, but I think it's one of the best arcs in anime. Probably one of the best arcs in manga, but only 2 times where he's going to break this. And that's what I like about Kenshin. He's like, you all think that I can't beat you or I can't do more being who I am right now. He doesn't change who he is. Like, he doesn't want to fight, but if I got to, I'm gonna whoop your butt. But he's like, I'm gonna do it on my terms. That's one of the things I like about him, right? But I digress. Shishio's gonna have Sojiro fight him, tosses him his sword, which BTW, I should have. I don't know if I put that in here about his sword. The sword Shishio gave him. We'll get to that later. But dude's gonna leave, open up it's like a back way out, takes the back way out. And Sojiro's called Tenkin, which means sword wielded by heavenly skill. I believe his concubine, his lady friend, who's always got her chesticles out, asks what the hell is a Tenkin. He tells him what that is. And he's, Sojiro doesn't feel anything but pleasure. And yes, that does sound wrong, now that I think about it. He doesn't feel fear. He doesn't have hate. He doesn't have, because of something that happened in his past, literally what Shishio says. They don't tell us what happened in his past, but because of his family issues, now that I'm 7 minutes in, bitch boy here is missing a lot of emotions other than pleasure. So he lacks joy, fighting spirit, and higher class swordsmen, they go based on offensive aura. As a matter of fact, when Saito fully opens the doors because the kids, Eiji, who lost his brother 2 episodes ago and saw the dead body of his parents 2 episodes ago, and Makoto, I can't remember Makoto's first name, last name, but Makoto of the Oniwabanshu, she's there, right? And he opens the door. He's like, nah, don't sneak and hide. Watch it, but stay by me because shit about to go down. And Kenshin tries to do like an sword aura thing. Edgy's just like, and what's my guy? Saito even admits, he's like, yeah, that's not gonna work. I've been pushing my aura out towards this kid the whole time, and he has not responded. It's actually the one reason why Saito didn't attack or sucker punch Shishio, as he puts it, because Saito couldn't tell what Sojiro was going to do if he went after him, right? When you feel someone's aura, sword aura, you can tell what actions they're going to make. And as a matter of fact, excuse me, as a matter of fact, the Hiten Mitsurugi is its main, I don't want to say its main protocol, but what it usually does as a sword style is it reads the opponent's intent. So it's like, ooh, I can't tell what you're going to do. So Kenshin's like, we're going to go to Battojutsu, Batosai, the sheathing and unsheathing of the blade really fast. And Sojiro basically copies him. It's sword at the side, ready to go. And this clash, I can't believe I just messed up my spot. Sorry, y'all. This clash that's about to happen is going to be based on speed. And fortunately, unfortunately, their speeds are equal. But because Sojiro doesn't have the weight of having to kill someone before, it hasn't felt that guilt, hasn't felt all that stuff behind it. Excuse me. His follow through is stronger than Kenshin's, and the Sakaboto, the reverse blade, is broken clean off. And now this kid is so full of himself. He's like, all right, I catch you back up. Have your sword fixed or get a new one before you go fight Mr. Shishio. And I like that Saito's like, yeah, but don't get it twisted. That was a draw. He's like, what? And you look at the other blade, it's entirely chipped, stupid seagulls. It's entirely chipped all the way down. So the fact that he was able to do that with the reverse blade sword, as we called him back in the Sakabato, shows just how strong Kenshin is. It's a draw, without a doubt, because they can't battle any further. I mean, if it was a battle of life and death, I'm pretty sure Kenshin would have picked up, well, so picked up that other side of that, the broken part of the sword, and was like, yeah, we just gonna start chucking and do whatever we can to kill this guy. But I digress. Right. Dude leaves, speeds off. Senkaku's men are like, hey, what do we do? He's like, oh, I'll ask. He is super fast. He runs. As a matter of fact, he ends up getting ahead of Shishio, who is on horseback. It's quite interesting. And before I get down to all of the emotional stuff, here we are. This blade is called the Nagasone Kotetsu. It is one of the 31 greatest swords. It's one of a kind. Any master swordsman desperately wants it. It's priceless. And according to the lady chick, I can't remember. I don't remember her name. She's not really. She's important, but she's not important. I mean, she ain't doing nothing. It's worth as much as buying the freedom of the best Orient courtesan in the red light district. Now, look, if you don't know much about red light districts, I'm not going to give you a full rundown. What you can do is you can go and watch my review of Demon Slayer, the Red Light District arc, and it gives a lot of background into, the Orions, the geishas, as they are called, the courtesans, the high-ranking ones, the ones that bring in so much money to the madams, and the misters. Usually madams are behind the geishas, the courtesans, the Orient courtesans. Brings in so much money. If you want to free this girl and have her be your woman, or one of your womans, because polygamy, it's a high price. So this blade is priceless. We do get a funny moment. I won't lie, it was funny. I didn't chuckle, but I thought it was funny when Shishio was like, I need you to do me a favor. And Sojiro was like, I can't pay you back for this sword. And he's telling him to gather the 10 swords, which Sojiro was part of it. We get the blades coming in, the nice little intro to foreshadow them with their silhouettes and the blades going in. One of them I recognize. We're going to be seeing this guy soon. And Sojiro, his face appears on the last one. So he's one of the 10 swords. He's going to go out, tell them all, bring their asses to Kyoto. We gotta get ready for Kenshin. Because initially, Shishio was like, he didn't think he would have fun. But when Sojiro said, you're having fun, aren't you? And he's like, shut up. Dude, just do what I said to do. Because initially, Shishio was like, you can't kill. You ain't no killer. Doesn't matter. No, now he's like, oh, wow. He did this to a famed blade. I don't know if it is something that I want to look this up for my own edification about if there were actually like historical blades that were like 31, 18 to 52 blades that were like sought after. And that's actually a really interesting concept. The only other time I can think of a concept like that, not for like a fantasy show or a fantasy anime, so to speak, but something that's using like katanas. It's like One Piece, Zoro's blade. Zoro has held, if memory serves me correctly, that's the Wada Ichimonji. There's the two he has right now. The one that got rusted by the Rust Man. And then spoilers for no one who hasn't gotten far. There's another blade he gives up. They got from Thriller Bark. He's had like 5 different legendary blades, and I think in One Piece there's like higher grade and then super high grade, where it's like 31 and then 56. I like swords, so that stuff like this interests me. I would love to know if this is a historical thing, because again, this is a Meiji romance thing where they take some historical stuff in here. As a matter of fact, we get some historical stuff about Saito. I'm going to tell you about 2 seconds. But let's talk about what happens after that whole. I've done the Shishio part, right? She had the blade. Nope. Nope. Demon Makoto. No, there we are. Here we are. This is the part that's important. So Eiji wants to kill Senkaku because Senkaku killed his whole family. And he's going to kill the guy while he's on the phone. Dude, like, unconsciously goes, it does contain. It's like, oh, hell no. So he's going to try to kill him with his brother's blade. Saito easily stops him with two knuckles. That's actually a technique we'll see further on in this series. And he's like, yeah, revenge killings were outlawed in the sixth year of Meiji. I can't believe you actually have to make like a thing going, yeah, no, you can't get revenge and kill someone justly. That's crazy. Easy throws Eiji aside. And he's telling him, look, even if I were to allow you to kill him, I can't let you do that. I need to get information out of him. And besides, he's even if you don't kill him, he's going to the gallows anyway after we torture him first and get all that information we want, right? And even Makoto's like, damn, you're a demon, but the boy wants revenge. And Kenshin, grabs him by the hand, and it's very cinematic when Eiji was going, because you get the wide screenshots. The last time I saw that in anime was Pokemon Horizons with the flashback about Captain Pikachu. Haven't forgotten about that show either. And he tells him, Eiji thinks no one's going to rest in peace. And Kenshin says, yeah, don't stain your little hands with blood, because as time passes, you're going to get bigger and you're going to become an adult. Don't be a man who oppresses other people like Shishio's clan. We get the flashes of the evil faces. And then be a man like your brother who worried about you to the very end. And he lifts his hands all up and he says, be happy. That's what he wants you to be. But also, don't be like the villagers who were immobilized by fear. And we see their punk asses. And, Eiji starts to cry, right? Excuse me. Interesting thing here in history, Saito Saejima actually has a wife. Her name is Tokyo. Tokyo. I'm just gonna go ahead and just roll down here. Oh yeah. We got another funny, well, not funny, but sadistic part where he's talking about the villagers because now the police are there. They're cleaning up everything, and he has this very I don't call it smug, but he has this look like, yeah. The ugliness of the villagers' hearts has already been seen. It's going to be a long time before anybody forgets the fact that they just let this stuff happen. No one wanted to stand up, and then you tried to ostracize those who wanted to stand up, right? Because all them cheering made Makoto just feel queasy. But Tokyo is Saito Sajime. Not Sajime. Yeah, Sajime, his wife in actual history. And it makes for a funny moment where both Makoto and Kenshin are like, dude, you got a wife? And Kenshin's like, she has to be the Bodhisattva, the Buddha, in order to stand a man like him. And he's just like, huh? And it's funny because he just says, she'll take care of Eiji, because Eiji's just not going to stay there. Eiji eventually starts calling him Saito Sensei. He's like, cut that shit out. They do pay a visit to his brother. He puts the brother's grave, puts the sword there, leaves a cigarette there, and they leave. And we have these funny thing, secret technique, self-cloning 100 faces from Makoto here, where she's imitating Kenshin. If I'm gonna, I'm gonna try to get this light right for y'all, she's like, yeah, you get super serious, and your eyes get all slanted, and your voice gets all deep. But I like it when you're silly and you smile and you say stuff like Oro, right? And we get her going through the different faces of Kenshin, but she prefers the sloppy, happy Kenshin. And Kenshin says, I don't really care if you like me or not, Miss Misayo. Her name's Misayo Makoto. I don't. And she's like, what? And he turns and smiles to her, and I'm like, damn, that's rude. And she's like, that's rude. Does a flying eagle kick to the back of his head. So he kind of had her fooled for a little bit. We all can tell. Kenshin's like, in the back of his head, he's like, damn, my blade is broken. I gotta go get it fixed. Saito's gonna go to Kyoto after dropping off Eiji. Kenshin needs to go to Kyoto, taking Masato with him, because now he's like, yeah, I don't think Shishio's gonna stop me from getting to Kyoto now. So it's time to go. Is there anything I'm forgetting here? I don't think I'm forgetting anything. But this was a good episode. Even so, I'm rating this as a 4 out of 5. Not anything was bad. It's just, I don't know. Time did fly when watching this, but it's like information. It's building up. This is a build up. Because if I remember correctly, I gave that last episode 5 out of 5 because the action was really good. It was a different way of defeating an opponent. Here it's like solidifying this is who Kenshin is, and trust me, probably within the next 10 episodes, we're gonna get to a point where his ideals are pushed. And this is an episode to think back on when you go, oh man, Kenshin did say all of these things and he had this sad look on his face. Now we gotta get the Sakabato fixed, because Saito actually says the blade breaking, that's my chair falling down on me, the blade breaking he thinks is a good thing, because I need the Hikitori, I need Batosai. And he puts a sincere hand on his shoulder. I'll see you in Kyoto. So it's like everyone was like, you need to go back to your old self. And I mentioned that earlier. I won't retread on that. But that's interesting. It's I'm looking forward to watching the next episode after 30 to see what happens. As a matter of fact, next episode we're getting is called Encounter in the Forest. Yeah, y'all, it is a Sanosuke episode. You guys I know people love their Sano. I know it. Sanosuke is like the Joey Wheeler. He is actually the Joey Wheeler. He is the Joey Wheeler of Rurouni Kenshin, which is coincidental since I think Rurouni Kenshin came out first. But still, he's the Jonoichi, and I can't wait to talk about that episode. That's gonna be one of my favorite reviews. But I digress. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comment section down below. Are you guys still keeping up with it? I hope no one thought I forgot about this. I have not forgotten about any of the things that are on my review list. 4 out of 5 from me. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. Please do not forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of more reviews like this one. And do not forget, if you want to support me even further, my Patreon link's in the description below. Thank you for taking some time out to listen to me blab about this show. It's one day I'm gonna have to do a live. I did a live I think sometime last week. Talking about Dragon Ball Daima. I'm gonna do another live. I think that live is gonna be talking about reboots, your brotherhoods, your 2023s, your hunters, if you will. I digress. You guys will be notified of that. Follow me on my social medias. They're in the description as well. Look, be good, be blessed. Wash those hands. Be good to yourself, be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk. And reach out to someone if you're feeling down and out. No person is an island. There are people out there that would rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. It's rough out there. I promise you're not alone. All right. I already told you what my social medias are. Follow me. Give me a follow. Give me a hello. Be mellow. And we'll be good to go. All right. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Oro.